Jones wants to throw to start things out here. That's complete to Slayton.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Okay, here we go.
Now Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else. Drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now you got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to run again here with Pollard. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Touchdown! Kevontae Turpin from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Half 18, half 18.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Jones.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller from 13 yards out.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Barkley, toss play left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Down the left sideline.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. Bulldozes past him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of down. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Okay, here we go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And Cooks has it over the middle. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season.
So both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And now off to the races, down the right side, inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go, get out there,
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get us.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 21 yards away. And the Giants are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Giants 14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On play action, Prescott.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got 1 on us, and just not let it turn into more.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Off the play fake, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Xavier McKinney
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using the...
There he goes, right side! And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Xavier McKinney now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Still going. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Dallas, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.